Welcome to the Potter training video on the P-Comm network port found on Potter addressable fire alarm control panels. There are two different ways to connect to Potter control panels. The first is direct connection and simply requires a standard Ethernet patch cable run directly between the programming PC Ethernet port and the control panel P-Comm port. IP addresses come in two formats, static and dynamic. When using dynamic, the device, whether it's the computer or the fire alarm control panel, will request an IP address from the network. When direct connected, a PC is unable to provide an address to the panel, so the panel defaults to an address of 169.254.150.70. Communication will be established between the control panel and the computer if both are set to dynamic and obtaining IP addresses automatically. If the control panel has been assigned a static IP address, then the IP address of the computer will also have to be assigned a static IP address in that same range to establish communication. When communication between the programming PC and the control panel is established, uploading and downloading programs is possible. There are times when a panel will need to be connected to a local area network with internet to support features like IP reporting and sending and receiving emails. Panels connected to a network that are not assigned a static IP address will be assigned an address from the network's DHCP server. If the control panel is connected to a LAN, programming over the network is possible, but the panel must have the remote connection option enabled through the annunciator menu. The panel's built-in IP communicator can be used for central station reporting when the panel is connected to a network that provides access to the internet. There are some great benefits to using IP communication. Namely that NFPA allows for it to be the sole path for reporting. This is in part because the panel transmits supervisory packets to the central station every 20 seconds to supervise the connection. A supervision interval timer can be set in programming between 20 and 3600 seconds. This timer determines when a fault condition is generated at the panel when communication with the remote receiver is lost. There are also some things to consider when deploying IP communications. Keep in mind that all network equipment that the control panel signal needs to travel through before getting to the source of the internet connection is considered a part of the critical path and has the same battery backup requirements as the control panel. Potter IP reporting is compatible with SureGuard IP receivers. Another great feature of Potter addressable control panels is the ability to send and receive emails once the panel is connected to the internet. Email functionality is available at no additional cost. The email address will be the control panel's NetBIOS ID at potterlink.com. This NetBIOS ID is found on a sticker located on the heatsink. The panels can send several different types of emails to 20 different recipients. Using the programming software, panels can send system status emails as well as scheduled reports like detector sensitivity and history reports. The panel is also capable of replying to email requests. System status emails include alarm, trouble, and supervisory conditions. They will be sent to the selected recipients when the event occurs. If there are several events that occur in rapid succession, the status email may contain more than one event. Here is an example of what a system status email looks like. It is important to note here that the Job Details tab in the programming software should be filled out since this portion of the email contains those details. Multiple events were included in this email due to the short time frame in which they occurred. When a scheduled email is selected, they can be sent at daily, weekly, or monthly intervals. History or detector sensitivity reports will be attached to the email as both a text and an Excel file. Another included feature is email reminders. Email reminders allow a custom message in the body of the email along with attaching history or detector sensitivity reports. Up to 8 different custom email reminders can be created and sent to 20 different recipients. Requests for the control panel to respond with information can be sent via an email. The panel will only respond to email requests from an authorized recipient who has been enabled using the panel programming software. The items that can be obtained from an email request are the panel history report, a detector status report, or the panel's configuration program. These items are requested using 3 keywords sent in the subject line of the email. Entering history in the subject line will cause the panel to reply with a history report attached. Entering status will result in the panel sending the detector sensitivity report. And the keyword configuration will cause the panel to send a copy of the panel's current program file. For any additional questions, please contact tech support at the phone number or email listed on the screen. And as always, don't forget to follow us on social media.